Hey family, today we're going to take a look at who's coming towards you in love and your next romantic partner. So for those of you that are new, I read and channel past, present, as well as incoming energy. I do read a polarity, which means there's a light as well as a shadow. You just have to find yourself in the lesson, in the journey. That's going to be important when you pick your piles. So I'll hold it up so you can do so now. Pile number 1 is the plain iced latte, or if you were called to it being a pumpkin spice latte, that's what it actually is. We'll explain more there. Pile number 2 is an iced mocha latte. Pile number 3 is a salted caramel creme brulee latte. And then pile number 4 is an iced strawberry milk latte. I'll give you a moment to make your selection. And if you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. All right, pile number 1, my plain iced latte. We're gonna take a look at who's coming towards you in love and your next romantic partner. And just to let you know, for those of you that one care, but two, part of your message is I've held on this thumbnail for like months, right? For whatever reason, I thought that was a plain iced latte. For seasonal purposes, we're in the middle of summer, I'm gonna call it a plain iced latte because that I genuinely thought that's what it was. When I went into the description, it is in fact a pumpkin spice latte. So something about fall, something about what September, October, when those are popular. Is that the season for them? That time of year is gonna be relevant because that was completely accident, okay? So tell me, give me a little bit of an overview for my pile number 1, who's coming towards in love. Tell us more about what's going on with this actual pumpkin spice latte. Okay, 2. You know, some of you gonna have an option for 2. That's why you've got 2 names, right? Some of you gonna have somebody with a vibe of a plain latte. Some of you are gonna have somebody, you know, the other option is gonna be someone with a pumpkin spice latte. Feels like freedom and choice. I like it. Let me see what's going on here. We got, look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. This actually, you know, that was our most recent full moon real time, okay? That actually is the strawberry moon. So maybe you'll find clarity in pile 4. Like some of you got 2 groups here. You got 2 options depending on where you head, depending on your journey, how much you evolve, where you move, where this new job takes you, where you throw it all away and leave the country. I don't really know, but like you have 2 clear paths that you could go on, and which path you choose is how you end up with who, okay? But this is real-time Gemini energy, strawberry moon, okay? I only know because it literally just happened. And then I've got the full moon in Aries. If someone wants to drop which moon that is, either way, I'll put it in the redirections. But this is the one that happens during fall. Look at you. I know I'm not like making up seasons. You're aligned with everything. This is going to be like you, if you take notes or you really pay attention, because you've got one that maybe has summer, could be Sagittarius placements, but this happens during Gemini season. So maybe someone with Gemini placements, end of spring, beginning of summer, which would make the iced latte in season. And then I have this full moon in Aries, which happens around Libra season, which is the beginning of fall, when they start selling those pumpkin spice lattes. I knew I wasn't messing up. I was just channeling. We'll take that cop out. We'll take that cop out. All right, I'm gonna get you space because all these people on the table are gonna need as much space as possible. All right, there we go. So look at the bigger picture, and the fiery climax approaches. Feels like the option wherever you head next, one of these 2 personalities is gonna step through. Regardless, it's gonna be great with the blue moon. Believe in the impossible. I hope this isn't super long because the goal, guys, is to keep these shorter now so I can film more. I know you notice all the new videos. Like, I don't have time. So tell me what's going on and how do we get to one or the other of these people for my Pile number one. Give me something. What's coming in love from my pile number one? Is it the plain iced latte or the pumpkin spiced iced latte? Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. One, you're not sure. One, you're like, yep. So it's gonna vary because all of you are compatible with different people. You've got all different personality types. So find yourself, Wheel of Fortune, wherever like fortune takes you. So what's this hesitancy, the clarity? Okay. I think it's funny that I technically have two air signs on the table. Like I got Gemini and Libra. So you're not sure about possibly the Libra. Look at me. I always associate aces with cardinal energy, right? My cardinal signs, Aries, Libra, Cancer, and Capricorn. You may not be certain about the Libra placement. It's questionable right now, okay? But things will be clear soon. So tell me, when we talk about having a family, starting a family, there's questions there. So tell me more about my pile number one. Oh yeah, we got Tower. What's that Tower? Okay, I got you. So you got two options on the table. Let me see how much space I got for this. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Thank goodness it's not gonna be what I thought it was gonna be. The Libra placement is questionable, right? I'm not saying like it's straight up like this person is a Libra sun, is a Libra moon, but like for language purposes, I got someone that's more Gemini energy and one that's more Libra energy, okay? And the change in fortune will give you clarity regarding whoever this Libra placement is, and it's not going to be good. I don't want to like make you scared, but we got a Tower leading into Judgment. Okay, 3 major arcana out of 4 cards, and the only minor arcana you have on the table is the clarity of what's not gonna work. You see what I'm saying? When the fortune turns, right? Like I don't know if this person with the Libra placements is just gonna have a turn in fortune that shows their true colors, or if the change in fortune for you will reveal that the Libra placement's not gonna work. And I say that because some of you, I might be talking about somebody current, right? Like I may be talking about someone current, and the reason why there are 2 is because you're looking to see where you're going. You're already here. You might be headed towards the Gemini placement. Okay, it's going to be rare. It's going to catch you off guard, but it's going to happen when you realize that it's not going to work with that Libra placement. Some of you are about to step into a cycle with a Libra placement that you need for karmic development, right? That's going to kind of prepare you for the next soulmate that is possibly someone with Gemini placements. All right. Look at you getting a personal reading. All right. Give me this deck. Who's coming towards my pile number one in love? Okay. And I will say this, that's the dominant energy that I read, because I'm shortening these. I keep mentioning it because I am. Some of you, it's going to flip, right? It's going to flip. Some of you, you're going to realize, okay, no, it's not that Gemini placement. It's the clarity of the Libra placement, right? Because some of you are more compatible with pumpkin spice lattes. Others of you are more compatible with a little bit of a plain iced latte. That's why you got 2 in 1. Love how that came into the story, okay? Okay, we got fixed. Especially if you're set on a perspective, you're set on a person. It's not gonna work. So someone here has fixed placements. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Could be you, could be one of these people. Remember, we have very dynamic charts when you understand astrology. So let's see here. You got water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Fixed water sign is Scorpio dominantly. So I mentioned fall. Fall is really going to reveal a lot of things for you, okay? Like fall, you're going to know. It's going to be clear whether it's upcoming my time, real time, or if it's going to be the next fall season following you, because this is a timeless message, right? We have the North Node and where we're headed, where we're going. And, you know, the biggest determinant of, because what's the question again? Look at me. I don't know. Who's coming towards you in love? The biggest determinant of that is going to be how much you step onto your north node. Like your spiritual growth, your elevation, where you're going, how much you develop is going to determine that next soulmate. Because this feels like, who's your next soulmate? What's your next karmic contract, right? I know y'all don't like the word karmic, but we connect with people, even your family members. You were born into your family to fulfill contracts and to learn lessons through your interactions with one another. So your next karmic contract, go to those readings, I have them on the channel as well, is going to determine you. Is going to be determined by you and where you go. Okay? So let me see what Melanin Pop's got to say, because I am getting ready to wrap it up in a second. I got your advice. I'll pull from it in a second, but I need to see what's going on here. Tell me. Who's coming towards my pile number 1 in love? I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. We actually have a little more time. I am going to, I may pull from this. I have another tarot deck on the table. I may clarify further with that other deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, maybe I don't need to. It's a lot of cards. Thank you. Because who is this coming to? Okay, so we got a silver fox. Age, maturity, clever, charming, and experienced. Okay. I got a twin flame. Yeah. Y'all like that label. I got a groupie. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. All right. I got a teacher. I got a Neolin, which is uniqueness. And I got Oshun. Look at me. I got Oshun coming on the table as well. So let me just slide and make you some space. So glad I pulled our camera up today so we can see what's going on here. Okay, letter T could be relevant in some way. And then I got a powerful woman. Yep. How much you step into your powerful woman energy or powerful man energy, how much you step into your self-love, embodying energy that's very much associated with Oshun, right? We use that Orisha here symbolically when she comes through this deck with messages. So like the more you step into that energy of like truly understanding your worth, your value, what you want, what you will and won't tolerate, one of these people on the table is a karmic contract for development to get to the other. Okay, you have an opportunity to bypass that initial one or move beyond it if you're already in it to get to this next one. The only thing my only concern is stagnating with the initial one, because it's not good to do. I actually don't see where you'll be allowed to do that. The good news is you won't be allowed to do that, but I do still fear you attempting to do that because it's going to be painful. Tower and Judgment is painful. It's an awakening of if you won't move, we'll move you, right? The contract is closed. The lesson was learned, or you're not learning the lesson, so we're going to make it painful so you learn it. Like it can be like that when we talk about the shadow, okay? Because there's one that's going to put you on your north node. There's one that's going to help you become a little more powerful. There's one that's going to help you step into like an Oshun-esque energy. There's one that's going to be more of a teacher, one that's going to help uplift you in a way that the other one cannot, if that makes sense. Like the other one's just, they don't have it in them, okay? So, let's see. Especially if you're chasing someone that's a little more mature. And what I'm talking about, like feminines, that's chasing someone that's a little more mature than you, or that you consider to be a little more mature, right? I've got the powerful woman, silver fox. That specifically is going to be a shadow. And let me tell you why. I promise I'm not hating on y'all. I promise I'm not, okay? Sometimes y'all eat me up in the comments. I got a silver fox that maybe someone is associating with twin flame energy, right? And then you seeing them that way, right? It's becoming more of a fixation. It's more of an unhealthy attachment, which is why we have the groupie. It's a lesson to become more open to what's unfamiliar so that you can kind of become, right, or learning who you are, discovering who you are through this person, right? That's what that was supposed to be, or that's what that will be supposed to be. And if you see it in advance, like I'm telling you in advance, for some of you, you don't have to even go through that. You can just bypass this person, skip over this person, go straight to whichever one is lighter for you, right? Whether it's the pumpkin spice latte or the plain latte. Again, you all have different karmic contracts. All right. So I'm going to get your advice and close you out. But I mean, I feel like it was clear. I feel like it was spot on. Somebody out here got like a personal reading. I love it for you. There are other readings that you can go to actually. I have a lot of pumpkin themed readings if that's what you like. Okay. I have other plain lattes if that's what you like. But your advice, and it landed on this alien energy. Tower and Judgment signifies a call to start over in some way. Okay. That rebirth talks about becoming someone else, someone new. When we talk about maturity, when we talk about elevation, okay, so you need to be reborn. If you're already actively attached to one of these energies on the table, it's saying you gotta be willing to let that go if that's the path. Okay, so let me see here. I got magical power. Boom, magical power. So be willing to step into your power 2 times on my table and be reborn into the best version of yourself as you step into your North Node, as you start aligning with your new set of karmic contracts. Go to that reading. That's definitely a redirection. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thank you for supporting the channel. All right, my pal 2, my mocha, my iced mocha latte. There we go. Who's coming towards you in love, and who's your next partner? So it is the first time in a while, so I'm just gonna give you a moment. It's gonna be like a really sweet, pure love. I love that for you. I love that I have a pile with this energy. We have at the bottom of your reset here, South Node, which does talk about being comfortable. It talks about being familiar, talks about past lives, right? Knowing this person, you knew them before, the connectivity and the emotional intimacy associated with the moon, right? This is also an energy, when I see it talks about kind of someone that knows you a little bit better than you know yourself. I love that. I have here mutable energy, which talks about finalizing and closing cycles, which means this may be the person you actually close this life cycle with, like spend the rest of your life with. Mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces could be relevant. Here I have sweet like honey. Look at that. And then even at the bottom of like your advice is union, like already. It's already locked in. So let me hurry up and put this back. And then I'm just gonna start pulling cards to see more about this person. So who is this coming towards my iced mocha latte? Who's coming towards them in love? Full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So if you've been unlucky in love, like I'm here to make sure you know that cycle is closing very, very soon. You're not gonna have that experience anymore, because who's coming in next is meant to come in and turn that around. Okay, especially if you're losing faith, right? It's still early. Some of you are younger than you think you are, because I have the waxing crescent, which talks about the beginning, early stages of the moon, early phases of the moon, when it starts to build up to eventually become full. You think there's a blockage that there isn't, right? Have a little more faith. Okay, you're actually based on all of the cards, see this huge gap I have here. This gap signifies all of the space, all of the time, and how long it feels like it's taking for that to happen. You're gonna meet this person when you're feeling like it's not gonna happen for you at all, right? If you're feeling like that now, congratulations, you're already like in that step, at that step, right? So let me see more. Who's coming towards my iced mocha latte in love? Keep hearing the words a million miles apart. So what is this? What is this incoming energy of the 4 of Wands? You got marriage coming in. Some of you may move. Some of you, this is someone that will move near you. It feels like someone that may not necessarily be, so like let's say you're at home, right? And you're where the place you consider to be home. this person will not be familiar to, like, they won't be native to your area, right? If you move, right? Because different perspectives here. That's where you'll meet this person, okay? And it could be a combination of both, right? Because moving is relative. But Four of Wands talks about a married couple entering a new home. So the end of a tough cycle approaches. You're meeting your future spouse very soon, okay? So let me see. Tell me about this iced mocha latte. If anything, the way that card hit the table, it says you will be moving in with your future spouse very soon. All right. I got the Two of Swords. That does kind of confirm in a lot, since some of you may already be within the proximity of this person. You may be already engaging this person, and that's okay. If you're just looking for that confirmation, there you go. But Two of Swords talks about you won't see it coming. Two of Swords implies you will possibly avoid this person initially, just because you'll be so in a space of it's not going to happen for me that you won't even, you'll be unconsciously closed-minded when it comes to the possibility of this person being a potential partner for you, okay? So what's this? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like it's a new beginning. It's a new opportunity. Some of you may overlook this person one, two times before you actually realize, like, hey, this person's interested in me. I'm interested in them too, right? So, because the Ten of Wands does talk about being burned out, talks about being overstimulated, overwhelmed. It's someone that's so busy, got so much on their plate that you literally would not see this person coming. You literally wouldn't have the energy to notice this person. So it feels like a group where you're not going to notice this person up front. It's going to take a second encounter at least for you to even acknowledge, like, oh, hey, look, I think this person's interested in me. Okay, so tell me more about my iced mocha latte. How will pile number 2 recognize their next partner? You know, oh, look, it's gonna come back to you. Let me tell you why. I don't have the title right in front of me like I should, because I'm disorganized today, y'all. I'm doing bad. But the original title is what's next in love? How will you recognize your next partner? And this is my first moment in this reading I'm doing right now for this video that I'm even like registering the how will you recognize this person part. So a critical part of this pile is recognizing the person to begin with, okay? I got Scorpio, which talks about death and rebirth. It says intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Renewed feels like a second chance. Like you're not going to be interested in this person initially, not because you're not interested, but because you're overwhelmed, overstimulated. If you keep picking the piles where that happens because it feels familiar, you need to pay attention to what's going on around you. Or this is a personal reading and like it's really a thing, because I got that, right? I got an opposition here, imbalance, a point of tension, and a power struggle. Just so, yeah, like you just, I feel bad because it feels like the point of you meeting this person, you just going through it, okay? And you are not, that's not the priority. Like you are going through it, okay? So what is this? The moon is here. Satisfy emotional needs, nurture self and others. And we had the moon at the beginning of your pile, at the bottom of the reset of the tarot, right? Moon talks about secrets. It talks about where we self-sabotage. It talks about where we don't, like, aspects of our lives that we don't see, right? Things that are hidden from us, whether through sneaky behavior or it's a blind spot, right? It rules all of the blind spots. And it feels like initially this person, this amazing person, by the way, because we talked about at the beginning, is a blind spot, okay? Like it feels like initially whatever change, transition, transformation doesn't have to be traumatic at all, by the way, right? Like I know I'm leading with the chaos because y'all be going through it, but like this overwhelming energy could simply be just changing and relocating and being stressed out from like a move, right? Like maybe you're overwhelmed and stressed out from a move, like, oh, I gotta find a new place, I need new furniture, and you don't realize this person because you're like, I'm starting this new job, I'm horrified, I gotta find somewhere to live. Like that can be stressful. It's not bad in any way, but you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have time for this person. You don't have time to recognize and register this person. So this person will be familiar in some way. And we did have the South Node at the bottom of your reset. We did. So circling back in some way, this person becoming familiar in some way. Okay. All right, look at you. So, I mean, we almost done. I'm not dragging this out because I feel like I've told this story like a million gazillion times. Go back to other readings of this nature because I know for a fact there have been other piles just like this one. Like, I'm literally repeating myself. It feels so familiar, a la South Node. So tell me, what else? How will my pile number 2 recognize their next romantic partner? What's next in love for them, please? What else do we need to say on the matter before we get advice and close it out? Okay. No. Let me get a good shuffle. What else do we have to say to my pile number 2 regarding what's next in love for them and how they'll recognize their next romantic partner? Let's see. Long time coming for sure, because I don't know what that's all about. We got 1 incoming. Okay, 1 here. There's a manipulated energy. What's this? Give me more. Manipulation, don't be afraid of it. It feels like divine orchestration, okay? Like, it feels like some orchestration. Tell me. Okay. Manipulated. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I did see the end of a tough cycle approaches. That could be, some of you might be stepping out of an energy where you've been manipulated in some way. Where possibly somebody cheated on you, where you had a lot of sneaky energy, because the moon does rule that, right? The 12th house rules the sneaky energy where things are going on behind your back that you're not aware of, right? Because we have a third party. Some of you might have had someone cheat on you, possibly leave you for somebody, but there's an overall energy of disloyal energy. And I guess this is following that. So what's incoming energy? You got the student, listening, learning, classes, college, observant, listening, and study. Well, mountains. It feels like a lesson learned. So maybe this is a lesson you learned. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to connect the dots, y'all. What is this? What am I not catching? Tell me more about my pile 2, please. What am I not catching? 1, 2, 3, and I'll take the bottom. Okay. What is this? Yeah, I mean, look, I choose them rebound. Somebody, like, I mean, if you had a situation where there was a rebound, individuality can talk about self-discovery following a situation like that and realizing it was a gift in this person, this new one, right? I mean, that's specific for somebody, but material, spiritual gifts, magic, presence, and love. It's kind of like, moving past something, right? Moving past this, discovering yourself, finding the gift in that freedom, like realizing someone gave you freedom in whatever that was for you. And then the awareness of being open and receptive to whatever this person that it feels like you're going to have to circle back 1, possibly 2 times with, okay? All right, so let me see. Tea. So gossip, eavesdropping, storytelling. I have like milk tea lattes, right? Those are other latte readings. It's just herbal lattes. And so that's a topic. So let me see. What is this? I don't know what this huge third party energy is on the table. It's a huge third party. Because, I mean, it could be literal. Like, when we're talking about a situation where people are, like, gossiping about you and your situation with some ex, and you meeting this person in the midst of that, but you're so lost in that, which I get it. It's overwhelming on the table, that, like, you actually first met, right, this person within that situation while you're in that energy, or historically were. And, like, the circling back when you're in a healthier space, I guess, less overwhelmed, that's the connection of, okay, your next romantic partner. I hope this makes sense. There's a gazillion other versions of this reading on the channel. I don't know why y'all are like that. Equilibrium leading the union, right? You see what I'm saying? Let me get this advice from my Ice Mocha Latte. What advice? The moral of this story is, if you're kind of fixated, I think there was another energy here in the last pile with that too. If you have a specific person that is just not working out with, or did not work out with, clearing that space, because I feel like if you're selecting this pile, even if this is your only pile, right? Especially if this is your only pile, and you go to other readings and start picking the same energy, your next partner is like right under your nose. You just haven't been or aren't currently in the space for them yet. So that's the advice. Destiny. And you know, it was supposed to go like that. It was supposed to go like that. Whatever all this messy stuff that came through was supposed to go like that. It's part of your destiny. It was student of the game, right? Student of life. Destiny to send you here to this really magical situation, right? It's a really magical situation. And look at that good fortune. I'm telling you now, you just follow your destiny towards good fortune, because whatever that was, I mentioned being in the worst state. Like some of you may be at like the lowest point in your life when you meet this person. It's supposed to go like that. Look where it's taking you. The destiny of good fortune. That's you. All right. So that is all I have for you today, my Iced Mocha Latte. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. All right, pile number 3, my salted caramel creme brulee latte. Let's take a look at, ooh, I almost said your first impression of this person. So I'm really looking to see what's next in love for you, right? Who's coming towards you, and how you'll recognize your next romantic partner. That's what I'm trying to see. But I keep calling it everything except what it is. So maybe that is relevant. I also got a random wave of energy when I got to your pile for absolutely no reason. You got a yapper on the table. Yep. Absolutely no reason. Like, just upbeat, feel like I had some water, extra water, whatever, shot of coffee, something, espresso, don't know. But this is going to be someone that talks a lot. This is going to be someone that really likes to talk, tell stories, communicate. Like, it feels like someone that's going to like narrate, map out their day. Like, they're going to text you all day. Like, hey, what are you doing? How's work? Okay, work's good for me too. Let me tell you what happened earlier in the break room. Like, that's the person. Okay, I love that for you. I think that's cute. We have new moon in Gemini, so could be Gemini placements, but that could just be symbolic of the fact that this person is in fact a yapper. One of their love languages is literal language, literal communication. They may be a twin, have one other sibling, okay? All right, let me get you here. All right, so it's at the bottom. Luck is on your side. Yeah, Gemini, Sagittarius axis. Someone that like, they like to learn. It feels like someone with a thirst for knowledge. Like learning is an adventure to this person. Feels like the type of person that likes to read all the time. Feels like the type of person that just likes to listen to music all the time, listen to podcasts all the time. Like, their mind moves a lot, so they need to be stimulated a lot. Like, they're always doing something stimulating. That's the wave of energy I got. Like I mentioned, like I just had a shot of espresso. Actually also going to be someone with, like, I want us to use the words exquisite taste, because it's like the fanciest latte I have, right? Salted caramel creme brulee, right? Very specific, very particular. That's going to be this person's energy. Okay, so tell me more about my salted caramel creme brulee latte. Who's coming towards you in love, and how will you recognize this next partner? All right. I mean, they're gonna fall into your lap. It's gonna be very clear, very obvious. I'm gonna take the bottom in a second, but I mean, we just got all 3 cards. I've got the King of Swords, which implies a yapper. Literal combination here would be For those, someone specific here, I say someone, this is a largely feminine audience. Those of you where you're straight or just attracted to masculines, have a male masculine Gemini placement here. Sagittarius is here, but it's the opposite side of Gemini. So they give this energy even if this is not them. All right. I've got, what else? High Priestess, someone with Pisces placements. Not a High Priestess is associated with feminine energy. So it could be a feminine with Pisces placements, could be a thing, or High Priestess could be a vibe. And aura, like I mentioned, this feels like someone that talks, likes to talk, likes to intellectualize things a lot. This is someone that's kind of a little more woo-woo, a little more spiritual and whatnot. Could be someone with a healthy balance of both. And I got the Judgment. You know, this feels like one of those combinations, and Judgment is also kind of ruled by Pisces energy. So feels like one of those soul connections where there's a lot of telepathy, where you like merge souls, where it's like 12th house synastry. It feels like someone you're gonna have 12th house synastry with. I could 100% see this pile being like one of those groups that's like, oh, that's my twin flame. I could see that because y'all like these chaotic labels. I've got the Three of Swords. Feels like someone you're gonna connect with. Like you're gonna really identify with this person's pain and trauma, and they will yours as well. Which makes sense with these two on the table, right? You're going to be very inspired by one another with this luck is on your side, okay? Like you're going to match really well instantly. Like at first real interaction, I think I mentioned it's going to be very obvious. Like you're going to be like, oh no, this is something else. This is something different. Me connecting with this person because I'm not used to having anyone understand me on this level. That's what we have, okay? So tell me more. What is this? Salted caramel creme brulee latte. What's this energy? It feels like the more masculine one is the more intellectualizing one, and the more feminine one is like very sensing, feeling. It feels like a very stereotypical traditional masculine feminine relationship, regardless of your sexual identity, right? Like if you identify as more feminine, if you identify as more masculine, like someone that, if you're attracted to the opposite of your own energy, right? Like it feels like just like that. Okay. So what is this? Sun. Lots of personality. So this person's gonna be like really likable. Okay, like I feel like this is going to be a type of person that everybody likes just in general, right? But what's going to really pique their interest with you is going to be the way you connect and how similar you are. Okay, like they're used to being well liked, they're used to being likable, but I don't know that they'll be used to seeing a mirror of themselves in a way that they will with you. So tell me more about my salted caramel creme brulee latte. How will my pile 3 recognize this person? Something about that pain. See, 3 of Swords. Look at that trauma wound. Very similar trauma to this person. Like you will 100% identify with each other's pain and trauma. Someone has Chiron conjunct the other's sun in like astrology, okay? Like in a synastry chart, like if someone overlays you to, there's some type of sun Chiron aspect, likely a conjunction, where you just really identify with one another's pain. Feels like the type of couple that would literally take on the other's pain. Like if you sick, this person's sick too, right? Like if this person hurts themselves, you feel it too. It's like a phantom like thing. Like, you know, like if you have like this weird back thing, like all of a sudden now this person's got something with their back. It's not healthy at all, but that's this couple, okay? Let's see. Tell me more about my pile number 3. All right, I've got house 2. Stable, secure, not going anywhere. Like you will know because this is possibly someone that would say that they're not going anywhere, like that they are very confident that, yeah, to the confirmation, that they're confident in the connection. They feel as stable as they could ever be with someone, with you. There's a certain level of trust and security that I don't know how early on you'll develop that with this person, but like you two will never trust any other people, not even in your family, not even your blood relatives, as much as you trust each other. Like something about this, like it's like, no, I know Pal 3, I know this, what, Creme Brulee Latte, like there's not another person I trust like that. I'm telling you, it feels like two people that are merged in a way where it's not necessarily the healthiest, because I mentioned this Pisces energy, rules 12th house synastry. Now I got Scorpio energy, rules 8th house synastry. So it's definitely what's on my table. Definitely what's on my table, okay? It says intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. You two will have a type of connection where you're each other's safe place, safe space, where you're each other's healing place, right? Like if something's wrong, you want your person. If something's wrong, they want you, because it's like intertwined in that way. So let me see more. How are you gonna meet this person? How are you gonna identify this person? Tell me about my pal number 3. Or is that part of the weird mystery? Because we've got a lot of mystery on the table. Tell me, my pal number 3, how my pal 3 recognize this person prior to whatever weird merging of energy this is. How will pal 3 recognize this person? Okay, I'll take that, this, and this. And I may pull more, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. Patience, wise, planning, meticulous, careful delays. This person will be meticulous. They feel like they are. But this is a slow and steady thing. So the pace of the connection, as closely as you will merge quickly, it feels like a still slow and steady pace. So what's this? Give me space. All right. I've got hot sauce, attractive, feisty, on a roll, temperature, climate, and debates, and then control, influence, devious, trick, exploitative, and fool. This is the most random energy to be here with all of this. So we got a one night stand, fast sudden connection, sex positivity, and pleasure. The only thing that I can tell you about this, 0 to 10 really quick. So it's like something about your interactions with this person. You're gonna meet, you're gonna either be scared of each other or just circumstances that's gonna require that it goes slow. So it's gonna like slow, might go no contact for a little bit, and then boom, hot sauce. It's like the fates are like getting you together. Like some of you may go no contact, meet this person, I don't know, somewhere random where you shouldn't, and then boom, it's possibly even a one night stand. But the one night stand doesn't have to be literal. It could symbolize like 0 to 10 really quick, from dragging to no, we together overnight. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what I have on the table. I'm gonna pull more. Yeah, I got a little bit of time. Tell me, my pal number 3, how will they recognize this person? It may be someone that drags their feet with dealing with you on a romantic level. Like they may move really slow to the point where you're like, I don't think this person's interested, and then boom, out of nowhere they're like, you're my soulmate. Like it could be that. Okay, so yeah, and there could be long distance energy because I have that here. I have 2 time aparts surrounded by slow and steady. So again, the early, like it's a slow burn initially, and then boom, a match lit. Okay, I have parrots on my channel. Some are free, some are members only, but if you want a redirection, go to the parrot. But parrot symbolizes bright, vivacious, happy, loud, colorful energy. It's gonna go from slow and steady and possibly physical distance to loud, proud, this is my person. Like that's what I can tell you about that. When I see honey with the parrot, I associate it with that African gray parrot, just by association with Oshun, who's in this deck. So if you're having trouble narrowing down your paired energy, maybe go to the African gray one specifically. All right. Okay. Time apart. Lots of physical attraction here. Somebody's gonna look better after a no contact, possibly. I got virgin, purity, innocence, angelic, bright, abstinence, and celibacy. Look at you. Okay, so I like that I replaced one night stand with virgin. That's hilariously ironic. So what are we doing here? What is this? Let's see. I think when it comes to recognizing this person, really innocent, really childlike, playful vibe. Like I mentioned, this person being a yapper, talks a lot, really excited about everything, the sweetest, purest heart, okay? The sweetest, purest heart, slow and steady, would give me space, is someone that would take their time. They're not very confident when it comes to approaching you romantically, possibly inexperienced in some way, because I mentioned the really innocent vibe. So that could be tied to someone's inexperience. And so once comfortable, like the slow and steady, the space, the time apart, and then building up that confidence, it's like once this person's safe and confident and comfortable with you, then it's go move, right? Like that's kind of the wave of what I got on the table. So let me get you some advice. I'll close you out. Like I mentioned, there's some redirections on the table. I have piles that are honey themed, and I mentioned the parrot. Okay, let me get your advice. All right, wisdom, happiness. I got sunflowers. So we got parrots, we got honey, we got sunflowers. I love that for you. Beautiful healing energy. Use this wisdom to make you happy, right? And confident if you need to be confident regarding this person. Also, something about wisdom will make you happy. So I don't know if it's going to be your development. If you're going to just be so happy to have found someone with a certain level of maturity. I do associate wisdom with maturity, but it kind of says be happy about some wisdom, or use some wisdom to be happy. And that's going to be a specific message for all of you and how that resonates. Okay. So that's all I have, and thank you for supporting the channel. All right, my pile number 4, my iced strawberry milk latte. We're gonna see who's coming towards you in love and your next romantic partner, how you'll recognize your next romantic partner. Okay, I already got here at the bottom of your reset the blue moon, which talks about rare opportunities. So it may be some kind of miraculous encounter. It could be some type of synchronicity and alignment associated with this person. I can already tell you there was a different pile that I'm like 80% certain redirected here from within the same reading. I can also tell you that there are strawberry readings on this channel. Okay, so what is this? And look, this person is almost there. Okay, you're very close to reaching your goal. The Gibbous Moon talks about something being right within our reach. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. Ooh, I like it. I'm gonna leave it in reverse, but that full moon in Sagittarius, the pile that I mentioned redirecting here, I won't name it. I may put it in the members notes though. I think this full moon in Sagittarius came out there. It's the most recent full moon that I had, which is why I know that this is the strawberry moon, because I just stepped out of the strawberry moon. Now, fun fact, I've been holding on to this thumbnail for months. The alignment of me unconsciously not even realizing like, oh, I'm gonna film this following the strawberry moon, because that was actually this week. Like that was this week, the strawberry moon, a few days ago. So me holding on to that for all this time just to film it right after so that I would know that it's the strawberry moon. You see the alignment and the synchronicities. That's gonna be the wave when it comes to you recognizing this person. That's how faded it's gonna feel, right? When you meet this person, because who would have thought, right? Now, on topic, go to the strawberry readings. And if you are called to that other reading in this other pile in this reading, go. Do not look at the bigger picture. This person's right on top of you, just like that strawberry moon that just happened, okay? Real time for me, because it's timeless for you, okay? Like, you do not have to look wide and far. This person's right under your nose. I love it. I like how woo the readings are right now. Even though they're shorter, the woo didn't leave. So good for us, good for me, good for you. Everybody's happy. Let me see. Tell me more about this iced strawberry milk latte. We have so much more time now. Look at us. Tell me who's coming towards my pile 4 in love. How will they recognize their next romantic partner, please? And what do you mean this person's already like all up on them? So we got this, this, and this right in your face. Eight of Swords is where we hold ourselves back. Don't do that. You're holding yourself back and you don't even realize. Look at you. Why are you doing that? What is this? Five of Wands. Resistant, combative. Don't think you're interested in this person. And here's the thing. I don't think any of you are necessarily consciously doing it. It doesn't feel like it's someone you're actively resisting. It doesn't feel like that at all. It just feels like you don't seem to see the path to this person. You're resisting something that's slowing you down. We talk about the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, okay. I see those of you that always come in the comments that are like, I'll watch this to know who to avoid. You stop that because you just stepped in. Those of you that do that, so at least a handful of you, where you're like, I don't want love. I want to know how to avoid it. This is the group of wanting to avoid love. Okay, not all of you, but those of you that are, you slipped in. Okay, they slipped in here. Okay, so tell me what's at the bottom. I got the Seven of Cups, which talks about options and opportunities. You're not seeing your opportunities clearly. You're not seeing the opportunity clearly. So this is step one. This is a group that's being encouraged to date people, right? Like, you're being encouraged to go out and date, but you don't have to go far and wide. Eight of Swords is holding yourself back. Five of Wands is competing. And Nine of Pentacles talks about being stable as an individual. Okay? Like, some of you, a certain independence is going to lead to you connecting with this person, right? We talk about being stable and having everything you need. If you don't currently, that's going to put you in a position of being comfortable and confident enough to explore your options. And even engaging this person is still going to feel somewhat miraculous. If you're called to the other pile, go to it for sure, because I could see why, as vague as this is coming through, you may need additional messages. Okay? And with these being shorter, you have more time. But there's also a playlist with this reading. So if you want to pick a different pile from a different reading within the series, you're welcome to do that as well. So tell me, how will my pile 4 recognize their next partner? Jupiter, ruler of Sagittarius. Grow and expand. The more you grow, the more you expand, the luckier you begin to feel, the more you'll become aligned with this person. And you're gonna feel really good when you get here. Okay? Seven of Cups feels like opportunities. Seven of Cups feels like manifestation of goals and dreams. So there's a strong wave energetically around your pile now of getting to work, okay? So let me see more. Tell me what that is and why you're expanding, right? You're very close to achieving your goal. Feels like Jupiter energy. It feels like expansion. So something about you expanding as an individual, Nine of Pentacles, is leading you directly to this person, okay? So what is that? My pile 4. Incoming. House 10. You may be being redirected to the owl. I do have the owl. on the channel, in the playlist. Some are free, some are members exclusive, but there's definitely an owl here for you. Okay, now here it's house 10. It says structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Some of you, it's going to be career success for you personally that's going to bring you close to this person. So like your career success is going to lead to you being with this person, but you're not going to have to travel far and wide. As of now, you're being told you're going to expand, you're going to elevate in your career, which is hilarious because this is PAL 4. On my calendar for today, right? The next reading I'm going to film is the members exclusive career reading. So I like that I'm going to close this out and then step into career messages. And you know what? At the bottom of your next deck, you have manifestation. And your advice deck, I'm going to use at the end, you do have financial security. Look at you. That's going to be a big deal. Your career, financial security, your elevation, all of that's going to connect you to this person. I love that for you because it feels like stability as an individual. And if that's required to meet this person's going to be stable too. So you're going to be healthy and stable and doing well together, right? But once you reach whatever career expansion goal, it's going to bring you closer to this person, okay? But you're not going to have to travel far and wide. If you need career readings, I think I have one that's free for those of you on the public side. But I'm going to just give you this tea. I'm going to give you this advice is expansion in your career doesn't have to be far and wide. So whoever needed to know that, I always tell you guys, your messages are going to come through if you truly need them. Fun fact, you saw this already. You saw this already. I have a collective message that I filmed a little while ago. I don't know what I named it yet. Okay. I'll try to link it in the description box. It'll definitely be in the redirections, but I think it's something about stepping into your power. It's the thumbnail that has, I'll tell you, help you find it. It has this deck on it, and it is the knowledge card and leadership. It's the leadership and knowledge cards are on the cover of it. If that helps at all. I don't know if it does, but Sagittarius is here, which talks about optimism, exploration, and freedom. You're going to meet this person. You're going to connect with this person during a really lucky time in your career, or as you're about to step into a really lucky time in your career. Okay. But you're not going to have to travel far and wide. I don't know why that's the biggest deal, but it's not. The owl is still here. Saturn rules Capricorn, which rules the 10th house. Okay. So that's what we've got on the table. So, this is restricted, stuck energy. Okay. So you're going to feel stuck, right? There's a period of time. How will you recognize it? It appears to be that there's a period of time that's going to help you recognize this person. You will feel stuck. You will feel stagnant. And it's going to be right before a point of elevation. You're going to realize where you've been holding yourself back. Okay? You're going to explore your options. And as you ascend, when you direct your energy in the right channels, when we talk about expansion, when we talk about your career and prioritizing the right areas and the right things, that is going to align you with your romantic options. In the form of a specific person too. So tell me more about my pile number 4, please. This is probably crooked, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Tell me my pile 4, a strawberry milk latte. Who's coming towards them in love, and how will they recognize their next romantic partner, please? Wise red flag on my table. The color red is going to be a big deal. Caution, beware, toxic, warnings, danger. We got groups, family, neighbors, and polygamy. Give me space. You may leave some type of toxic environment, okay? You may meet this person after leaving some sort of toxic environment or friend group. Like there's a group of people that's just not in alignment with you. They are red flags in your world, and you'll meet this person around that time or following this in the revelation of it. Okay, so tell me more. That could be that Five of Wands in that competition. Some of you, specifically, it's very specific to some of you. This is someone that will warn you against certain people. We got newness, revenge, body, luxury, reaching goals, and sudden success. Hey, I mentioned that expansion in like your career and elevating and things like that. After awakening from some sort of community red flag, whether it's just a situation that's not for you, it's people that actually don't mean well for you, you're gonna have some type of revenge glow up. It's here. Okay, I see it here, I see it here. Okay, some of you, part of the revenge glow up is the combination of this personal individual success as well as whatever this union is with this person. Okay, it's at the bottom, sweet and sticky. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna get one more on the bottom before I get your advice. Tell me, what else do we need to know about how my pile number 4 will recognize their next romantic partner, please? Someone that will have, okay, it's somebody that's going to be secretly admiring you, straight up. Like, they're going to be interested in you, they're going to watch you, they're going to observe you. And they may be, like, it may be someone that, the word no contact implies some type of relationship, right? I don't know that that's what that is. It feels like someone, color blue could be relevant, red and blue could be relevant. It feels like someone that's gonna kind of not interact with you initially. Like, they're not gonna be like, just start talking to you. They're gonna just watch you for a little bit, because like, it's someone that's gonna be like, oh, I'm really interested in that strawberry milk latte, but let me just watch them, right? You know, I've been jaded in the past. Like, if people have been out to get me in the past, I've made mistakes in connections and making friends. So let me just watch the strawberry milk latte from afar, see how they interact with people. Okay, that's kind of what I got. Yeah, I mean, I don't have nothing else. Let me let me get your advice and close you out, because I keep looking. I feel like I'm looking for something, but I don't know what I'm looking for on the table. So you're gonna have to pick a different pile. Go to some of those redirections I gave you, but good luck in your new journey, because there is a congratulations in order as well. Because like I mentioned, like, it feels like this is there's always a revenge or glow up pile, and I love to see it for you guys. I like to see you doing well, especially when people have treated you poorly. Because what is this red flag with community? Got balancing of emotions. You just make sure you stay grounded, because if this is pending, that means you're possibly not there yet. Like, some of you may be struggling a little bit. Like I said, it won't be for that much longer. You're very close to achieving your goal. Once you straighten up there, once you ground and stabilize there, then this will come in. Okay, because we got the resilience. You just balance your emotions, stay balanced in your emotions. You are resilient. Be who you are. Okay, that's what I got for you. Okay, my pile number 4. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.